Quick pass on the fly motion. Turning it on. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Midfield, he's got to move. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Running to the left. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Here comes the hurry up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Paul Dalmadale move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
That's what I'm talking about. Way to set the tone. And if I'm that defensive player, not only did I set the tone, I'm telling them about it the whole way back to the huddle.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. An 84-yard drive there, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking for a gap. It's Davidson. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Auburn to the line in a hurry. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. He's loose. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. Now on 1st and goal as they
defense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. The Canes will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. So here comes the Auburn offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on. Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quarterback making adjustments. Pocket breaking down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. UTEP was able to cap off a close one inside the Sun Bowl with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
Give to the running back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Carr. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly. Wide open downfield. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Makes it past the marker. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, we're kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He'll pull it down. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around him. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up third down.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. He's got him. On the move at the 30. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football.
Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And back to the air on second down. This time it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To throw again. Forced out of the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Carr. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
So now it's second and long.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Tosses it incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass. Under fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Still just a 2-possession game. A lot of time to go as they try for the onside kick here. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Makes the catch. It's Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Breaks the tackle. Bringing it back. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Davidson. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Lost a throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and
he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for room, it's Davidson. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice...
There he goes. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Really nice job on the option that time. And obviously, this running back has had himself a day, right? And this defense has figured it out. They're keying on him. You saw all the defenders that time run his way, but nobody accounted for the quarterback. He made the right decision, kept it himself, and came away with a nice pickup on that option play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Punts it out of the air. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Touchdown, Tigers! finishing good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving away from pressure. Got his man downfield. Bulldozes his way through. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Skips away from pressure. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And the low percentage play, the onside kick, bounces out of bounds, and they'll drop the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Turning it on. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
What a great play call there on fourth down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that fourth down play for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilbert. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Quarterback extends the play. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time and think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
He'll do it himself. Pick up a 5. It'll be third down and 5. Tempo and overdrive. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Canes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. 3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Quarterback adapting. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the defense drags him down. Up-tempo for the offense. They just keep firing. Caught close to the marker. It's Gilbert. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Might as well give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They'll send the back in motion. Now the play fake. They get to him as he throws. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. He'll keep it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Anderson will throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 19, Hall Bank in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Making side adjustments here.
Okay, break. To the line.
Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Oh, maybe a double pass. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Second down coming up.
Anderson wants to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Henderson. At the 45 on his way. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, the running back has it. Across the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Caught in the backfield, it's Rutledge. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the...
Into the house. Touchdown, Auburn. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Sends it back in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for space. It's Horn. Breaks into the open. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
And the Canes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Fullback's got it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Canes are on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Running behind that left side. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Maybe a double pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third down, man. You think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain climb. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. He breaks a tackle and runs through another guy. There he goes. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll run the quarterback sneak. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Toss sweep to the right. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team, that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Got it in the middle. It's Gilbert. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Anderson will throw. Grab near the marker. It's Gilbert. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
The defense is dialed in right now, guys. They've got the lead. They're expecting pass. Offense trying to go 4 verticals, but all game long, this defense has stepped up, and they force another incompletion.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
He's got it, first down and more. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. The quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Hurricanes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Anderson wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Knocked off his feet.
That keeps the score. Auburn.
Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground.
Turning it on! And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. At that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.